You're not charging too much. In fact, you're charging too little. And that fear that you have, the one that whispers, hey, my clients will leave if I raise the rates, it's costing you tens of thousands of dollars every single year. Hey guys, I've coached 2,500 gyms and I've seen what happens when owners finally raise their prices the right way. Cancellation rates barely move and sometimes they actually slow down. And the owners, they start finally getting paid what they're worth. Let me show you exactly how to do this without losing your clients and why waiting is the most expensive decision you'll ever make. Here's what I've learned after 16 years in this business. Most gym owners set their prices based on fear of rejection and fear of losing clients, and fear of what the gym down the street is charging. They look at competition, pick a number somewhere in the middle, and they convince themselves this is what the market will bear. Guys, that's not a strategy. In fact, that's anxiety dressed up as market research. The gym owners that are thriving, the ones in my Iron Circle mastermind taking home 200, 300, even 500,000 a year, they think about pricing completely differently. See, they figured out the problem isn't your price. It's the gap between what you charge and what your clients believe you're worth. You close that gap and you can charge almost anything. Today, I'm going to show you why you're scared to raise prices, why that fear is mostly irrational, how to communicate increases so clients actually accept them, and the exact scripts that I use in my own gym. Let me tell you about the most expensive mindset in the fitness industry. I call it the starving artist mentality. It goes something like this. You got into fitness because you love helping people, you genuinely care about your clients' health, and somewhere along the way, you convinced yourself that making good money in this industry from doing what you love is somehow wrong. Like financial success and being a good person can't coexist. You throw in free sessions when clients complain. You avoid rate increases for years because you don't want to seem greedy. Meanwhile, your landlord raises your rent and your utility goes up and you're still charging the same rates that you charged in 2015. I've seen it time and time again. And here's the other thing that happens, guys. Many gym owners, they set their prices based on what they personally can afford, not what the service is actually worth. You're in great shape, so fitness comes naturally to you, right? You look at a $400 per month membership and you think, man, you know what? I would never pay that. So you assume that your clients aren't going to either. But listen, guys, your clients aren't you. They're not fitness professionals that they can easily create programs, and they don't have the discipline to show up consistently without the accountability that you're providing them. They've tried like a dozen things and they fail every single time. And what you do for them shouldn't be considered a luxury. In fact, it isn't. For many of them, it's the difference between getting off blood pressure medication or staying on it for life. It's between playing with their grandkids or watching them for the chair. It's between confidence and shame. So how do you even put a price tag on adding years to somebody's life? You just can't. It's priceless, which means whatever you're charging right now is almost certainly too low. But knowing you should charge more and actually doing it are two totally different things, guys. So let me show you the mental framework that makes price increases feel obvious instead of scary. Here's a pricing concept that changed how I think about pricing forever. Most gym owners, they obsess over the price gap. That's the difference between what you charge and what your competitors charge. The gym down the street's $200 a month, and if you charge $250, I'll lose everybody. That's what you say to yourself. But the price gap, the gap between what you charge and what your competitors charge, that's irrelevant. What actually matters is the value gap. The value gap is the difference between what you charge and what your clients believe your service is worth. Think about it like this. If your client believes your service is worth $600 a month and you're only charging $400, that's a $200 value gap in your favor. That client isn't going to go anywhere, right? So they feel like they're getting a deal. But if your client believes your service is only worth $300 and you're charging $400, now that's a $100 gap working against you. The client is constantly questioning, is this worth it to me or not? And the price itself isn't the problem. The relationship between the price and perceived value is everything. So here's the question, how do you close the value gap? See, there's gonna be two ways. Number one, you can lower your prices. And that's what most gym owners do. That's the lazy approach. Basically creates a race to the bottom. Everybody's competing on price. Whoever's cheapest wins. Or number two, you can increase your perceived value. That's what we recommend. That's what smart gym owners like you do. And here's the thing, guys, you probably didn't even need to add anything to your service. You just need to help your clients see the value that already exists. This means communicating results more effectively, celebrating client wins publicly, and tracking the progress so clients can actually see their transformation in black and white. Reminding them regularly what their life looked like before they started with you. See, most gyms deliver incredible value, but they do a terrible job of making that value visible. Guys, we did the same thing. For a while, we had a program that nobody knew what we did. Until we put it on the board out there in the hallway, we literally would have clients questioning what the value was. And then when we put it on the wall, bang, all of a sudden overnight, our clients were loving it. They're like, I can see what you're doing within the program. So without communicating, the clients, they just kind of take things for granted until they leave and they try to go at it alone. And then they realize how much you were actually doing for them. But then it's just too late. So once you've built in the real value, you've made sure your clients can see it. How do you actually communicate the price increase without triggering a mass exodus and picket signs out in front of your door? See, the words that you use actually matter more than the number itself. So let me tell you about two different approaches to announcing a price increase. Same increase, completely different outcomes, all right? Number one, I call this the apology approach. So it goes something like this. Hey everybody, unfortunately due to rising costs and we have to raise our rates next month, we don't really want to do this, but we have no choice and we hope you understand. That's kind of like framing a disaster, right? You sound desperate, you sound like it's not worth it. So basically you're inviting your clients to question whether or not they should stay. Or approach number two, I call this one the upgrade. So let's go something like this. Hey everybody, I've got some super pumped up, exciting news. I'm so excited about it. Talk about over the past year that we've made major investments into our facility, our coaching team, and our programming. And starting next month, our rates are actually gonna reflect these improvements. But as a current member, you're grandfathered in at your current rate for the next, say, 60 or 90 days. And then after that, you'll move to our updated pricing. We're grateful your continued trust with us. And typically that goes over pretty well. Now, the other thing I always have to remind people of is all of these other businesses that you have in your life, they just raise rates without even telling you. They say, hey, next month, your price is now X. And we just accept that, but we don't think that our clients will be able to accept that increase without some kind of long drawn out explanation. I don't believe you need to do that. However, I think it's a good idea to kind of give them some idea of what's going on. So in the second version, what you're doing is you're positioning that increase as evidence that your gym is getting better, right? The value is going up and the price is simply just catching up to that value. Also on the second one, when you give them like advance notice, 30, 60, 90 days, it minimizes the surprises, and nobody likes surprises on their bank statement, right? And the grandfather strategy, you can let existing clients keep their rate for a period of time, but set a date. Don't grandfather people in forever, or else you're gonna have people paying what you were charging in 2015. Let's also make it effective for new members immediately. So this creates urgency for anybody that's on the fence. Our rates are gonna go up next month, so if you join now, you'll lock in our current pricing. And don't negotiate individually. That's the other thing I see a lot of times. You get a lot of clients on all these different rates, and guess what, guys? Your clients talk to each other. If you can cave to the one person that complains, the word will spread. Everybody's gonna complain. So hold the line or don't raise it at all. So let me show you how this looks like in practice, how gyms in my Iron Circle are raising rates routinely and actually growing faster because of it. Because I asked my Iron Circle members to share their price increase stories. And the results, they just blew me away. Like one of our members, Bill, amazing guy, right? He runs a gym in Pennsylvania. He'd been stuck at the same rates for years, terrified all the time because he was just in a competitive market. And we pushed him to do it anyway. He raised his rates about 15% for all new members, and he communicated that the increase to the existing members would have about a 60-day grace period. What do you think his prediction was? He goes, Tim, I'm gonna lose at least 15 clients. What do you think actually happened? He lost two. Two people out of 150 clients. And here's the kicker. Within 90 days, his revenue had increased so much from all the new members at the higher rates that these two cancellations were completely irrelevant. And another Iron Circle members, Matt and Scott, they've got a gym in Kentucky, awesome place. They were charging about $300 a month when he joined the Iron Circle. And over the first 18 months, they had raised their rates incrementally, first to $350, then to $400, and now to $450. And every time, guys, it was the same fear. This is gonna backfire, everybody's gonna leave. But every time, same result. Fewer cancellations, dramatically more revenue, and better quality clients that valued what they were paying for. So Matt and Scott, they went from $30,000 a month to over $60,000 a month in that same period. Same gym, same location, same coaches, better pricing. And the only thing that changed is they just started charging more what they were worth. And here's what the data shows across gyms that we coach. Most gym owners, they're leaving about 25 to 30% on the table. And then we run pricing audits on hundreds of gyms, guys. We've pushed them to raise rates and we tracked what happened. Cancellation rates barely moved. And in many cases, they actually went down because the higher prices, they filtered out the clients who weren't serious and attractive the new ones that were. Gym owners who are terrified about raising rates, they literally are paying for that fear every single month. Now, let me give you the exact scripts I use in my own gym when we raise our prices, word for word. These are the actual words that we use, and feel free to steal them. Number one, script announcement. We put this in the email subject line. Important update about your membership, right? It says, hi, first name. I want to personally reach out to you because I got some exciting news about, Put Your Gym, Legacy Personal Training. Over the past year, we've invested significantly in upgrading our facility. We expanded our coaching team, and we've enhanced our programming to deliver even better results for our members. To reflect these improvements and to continue providing this level of service that you deserve, we'll be updating our membership rates effective and then give them a date 60 days out. As a valued current member, you are grandfathered in at the existing rate through date, just put the date that's 60 days out. And after that, your membership will adjust to the new rate. And if you have any questions, my door is always open. We're grateful for your trust in us, and we're committed to helping you continue achieving your goals. See you on the training floor. Your name, script, boom, done. So pretty simple, straight to the point. Doesn't give them really many options. It's just like, this is what it's going to be. But we reflected the value that we're giving them in the process, right? Script number two, we do this one in person. This is for like when a client asks about it face to face. Basically, you just kind of like explain, hey guys, yeah, we're really excited about the improvements we made this year. The programming's better than ever, hype it up a lot. We brought on some amazing new coaches, and we're not slowing down. The rate increase just reflects that we're not the same gym that we were 2 years ago. In fact, we're much better. You're still actually getting a better rate than that new member that signs up today. Notice what I'm not doing. I'm not apologizing, right? I'm not justifying, and I'm not getting defensive. I'm just simply stating the facts with confidence. And that's the thing about this, guys. You have to be very confident that your service is going to solve the problems of your clients. And if a client pushes back hard, here's what I say. I hear you, Mrs. Johnson, and I totally understand that any increase is an adjustment. What I can tell you is that we put a lot of thought into this, and we believe that the value we're delivering more than justifies the investment. If this doesn't work for your budget, we completely understand, but we can't negotiate individual rates because that wouldn't be fair to everybody else. And that last part, guys, that's key, because you're not trying to be difficult. You're just saying no because it's the right thing to do for the whole community. And most of the time, the clients accept it and they just move on. The ones that leave over a small rate increase were probably going to leave anyway, and they were just looking for an excuse. So look, guys, let's bring this home. Here's where we land. You're not charging too much. The data proves it. Most gym owners, they're leaving 25 to 30% on the table because of fear, not because the market won't support higher prices. Your price isn't the problem. The gap between what you charge and what clients believe you're worth is the problem. You close that gap by making the value visible, and you can charge almost anything. When you raise rates, don't apologize. Frame this as an upgrade. Give the audience notice, grandfather existing clients for a limited time, and hold the line when people push back. The gym owners that do this consistently, the ones in my Iron Circle Mastermind, the ones that raise rates every single year, they're the ones taking home $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. Same industry, same market, different mindset. Now, here's what I want you guys to do. Head on over to gymbusinesscoach.com for some free resources and check out our Gym Business Coach podcast episodes right here on YouTube. And stop leaving money on the table. Your clients aren't going anywhere. They value what you do. It's time you valued it too. Now, if you guys did get value from this episode, I'd love for you guys to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm breaking down the systems that separate struggling gym owners from the thriving ones, and you're not going to want to miss what's coming up next. I'll see you in the next one.